Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have our first league game of the season away against our league rivals and local rivals, Catania. And we also have our transfer special today. We've got quite a lot to get through, so let's begin with the transfers. The transfer window does finish actually after this game, and we are looking at making one more signing in Gabriel Brazao, who's a Brazilian goalkeeper. There's no other teams in for him as far as I'm aware, so it seems pretty much a certainty that we're going to sign him at the moment. He has played, I say he's done a bit of a tour around the Italian clubs, previously of Inter Milan. Um, we are in need of a third goalkeeper. Zivkovic will be the third choice. Sarri potentially will remain the number one, but I'm looking at Brazil and thinking at 23 years of age, he could be our permanent number one for quite some time. He's a very good young goalkeeper at 6'4" as well. So I'm hoping he will come in and that would then round off all of our transfer window. So in relation to transfer history, as you can see, we've had a number of players come in. We've had two players leave the club, and we've actually managed to sell them as well. Vincenzo Plessia went to Entella for £65,000. And again, he never really got going at the club. It was a bit of a shame, really. He scored a few goals for us, didn't really get very far, and that was that. And Carlo Cavallo went to San Remi's for £7,500. The winger never really broke into the first team particularly. So again, we just cashed in on him. We probably could have got a little bit more money for him, but in the end of the day, he wasn't going to get played. And in relation to the money that we've managed to bring in, we've managed to make some very good signings. So Joseph Nonge Boende, he came in from Juventus on a free transfer. Training wise, he's not doing too well at the moment, but our facilities do need upgrading. Unfortunately, we haven't got the financial backing to be able to do that. But he can play across all of midfield. He can play out wide as well and at centre back a little. But 2.5 star of current ability in that central midfield role with plenty of potential. The 19-year-old Belgian could prove to be a good signing for us. Again, a lot of his attributes have dropped down a little bit since signing for us. Again, because of our facilities. But he actually made a couple of substitute appearances for Juventus in Serie A last year. So potentially, I think we've got a really good player in there. Valerio Crespi, really good young striker, 20-year-old Italian, 3.5 star of current ability with that 4.5 star of potential. Really happy to have brought him in. Really good determination, decent finisher. Physical attributes could do with a little bit of improvement, but again, at 6'2", he's a good player to have up there. And again, he hasn't played for Lazio, but he made 3 appearances in Serie B on loan at Cosenza last season. And they were only substitute appearances, but I think he'll be okay. In all honesty, it's another good signing for us, and obviously with Plessia leaving, as well as a number of players that we also released. Um, we had 6 players leave on release. So Civileri is actually retired. Pacchiardi left as well. Giunta, Polito, Ortiz, and Salvo all leaving in there as well. Um, So again, we've pretty much had to build this squad up from scratch. Matteo Destro, former Italy international, 33 years of age, brings really good experience and good quality to the side as well. Yes, he's not the quickest in relation to his physicality, and he's not the fittest player now either, but he's got a decent work rate, really determined character, good finisher, and Crespi alongside him could work quite well in relation to him learning the nature of the role as well. Another former Italy international came in, Cristiano Piccini. Unfortunately, he is injured at the moment. He got a knock in pre-season, but he's a very good defender, 6'3", can play centre back or right back. Really, really happy with this signing. Hopefully, he can come in and be a real solid presence for us at the back. Destro, by the way, previously of a number of Italian clubs, he's pretty much done a full tour, and then he came to us on trial at the end of last season. But he's had a full career basically in Serie A. He's never been a proper out and out goal scorer at that level, but he is more than capable. So really looking forward to having him in the team. And Piccini again, he's done a bit more of a tour really. He's been at a number of clubs in Spain. He's also played a few games in Germany, had a brief spell in the Serbian league there as well, and also in Portugal. So he's done a bit of a tour around Europe. This is by far the lowest level that he's played at, but hopefully, again, he can come in and be a solid presence for us. Um, Daniel Shilanda Kabongo, a 18-year-old Belgian right back, um, three-star current ability. He's got a decent amount of pace about him, good crossing ability. Defensive attributes aren't particularly brilliant, but he has got the potential there. He's only 5'9". He's not got a lot of determination, which does concern me a little bit. But he's only 18 and he's got the quality, and he's made some senior appearances in the Belgian league before now. Played for their under-23 side. Had an okay season. Played 21 appearances, so he has been playing football at least. So that is a good signing for us as well. Pascal Candan, a 19-year-old Belgian attacking midfielder. Really excited by this one. He's got a really good amount of pace, good creative ability as well. Very determined character, really good first touch technique and passing ability. Can cross the ball as well, so he can play out wide as well. 2.5-star current ability in those roles as well. Previously of Genk and Westerlo, but he pretty much played a full season for Westerlo last year. He didn't score a goal, but 36 league appearances and average rating of a 6.5. But again, Westerlo probably a mid-table Belgian league side, so he's had plenty of game time again last season. So again, opportunity for development there. Thiago Paulo da Silva, another young Belgian, 20 years of age. He's a left back, and again, similar to Kabongo, not a lot of determination, but decent amount of pace, good crossing ability. Defensive attributes are okay as well. 3-star of current ability. Previously of Standard Liège, has only made one senior appearance, but he's played in the second division for their backup team. Made 44 appearances for them in the last couple of years, and signing him again on a free transfer when he has had that game time seemed like a no-brainer, and it allows us to have that depth as well in the defence with Kabongo and De Silva. Julian Jean Guerrero has come in from Alaves on a season-long loan. Again, an attacking midfielder, can also drop into that central midfield role. Really, really happy to have brought him in. I think he'll be a very good young player for us. 20 years of age, 6'2". Really good presence about him, to be quite honest. Good physical attributes, good mental attributes, really solid technical attributes as well, especially for this level. Has played in the lower leagues in Spain for Amarabieta and Cordoba. Scored a few goals as well, a couple of assists last season as well in 18 appearances with those 4 goals there. So, again, he's had a bit of game time, and I think he could be a very useful player for us in there. One of the signings I'm particularly excited about is 22-year-old Emmanuel Gaibua, and he was going to be or potentially a next big thing at one time for Italy. Really good signing this one in central midfield. Again, really good physical attributes. Natural fitness is exceptional. Determination very good. Work rate very good. Technical attributes not the best, but he can still develop at 22. But 3.5-star current ability with that potential. And he made his Serie A debut for Atalanta 4 years ago when he was just 18. And he played at this level for Pescara the season before last. 28 appearances with the 1 goal. And he also played in Serie C for Atalanta's under-23 side, scoring a goal and 2 assists last season in just 12 appearances. But again, I think we've done well to get him in, if truth be told. I think he's a very solid option in central midfield for us. And again, another good signing. And then lastly, we needed just one more option in the defence, and we managed to get Luigi Silvestri, a 31-year-old defender. Again, very good defensive attributes, in my opinion. Decent physical attributes as well. He's a centre-back. He is only 5'11", but he comes with a wealth of experience. He's played a lot in Serie C over the years, and very experienced at this level. Did come through at Palermo in Serie A, but never made an appearance. And since then, he has just done a tour of Serie C. 304 appearances at this level with 15 goals for the centre-back. And again, a pretty solid option for us, I think. At 3.5-star of current ability as well. Yes, he's not got potential. But 3.5-star of current ability, good solid option for us, albeit he's not the tallest. But I think, again, we'll have done quite well. And in relation to tactics, we're switching it up completely this season as well. It's a tactic I've never used before, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. As you can see, in terms of pre-season, we've not done too badly. Yes, we've played a number of teams that are of a lower level to us as well, but we've played a few Serie C quality teams as well as teams of a lower level, and we've played pretty well overall. We've got some good results in there, including a 2 draw against Benevento when we were still building this team, and I think we could do okay. It's going to be an interesting one for sure, but this is the tactic that we're going for. So we've taken it back to basic. I'm going for the clean slate side of things and just building a tactic for myself. So we've got our goalkeeper on a defensive mentality, straight back four with fullbacks and centre backs in there. Two defensive midfielders, a ball winner and a general defensive midfielder. So the defensive midfielder there will help out with that back four. The ball winning midfielder on support mentality. So he will be going in and around the two sides there, to be quite honest, trying to get that ball back for us. We've got an advanced playmaker in the centre there with two attacking midfielders and the striker. So it's a little bit of a risk. We're not going out for wingers. I tried to sign some wingers so that we could stick with a wider formation, but financially, we just couldn't get them in. We found some of really good quality that were willing to sign for us, but they wanted like £4 grand a week, and we just can't afford that. So it's proven to be a little bit of a difficult decision, this one. It's not something I'd normally do. The highest wage we're paying, bearing in mind, is £2,200. And like I say, for a winger, they wanted pretty much double that. And it was very, very difficult to sort that out. But we managed to sort out in the end anyway. We've got a decent team together. Eduardo Sari, unfortunately, is out injured for quite some time. He broke his arm in pre-season. Kabongo and Piccini just struggling a little bit, having had knocks in pre-season as well. But otherwise, we've got a full-strength squad going into this game. And the fact that Sari's injured is why we've gone in for Brazil as well, to get that other goalkeeper in. We need that third option. And for the time being, at least, to be fair, I suppose we could potentially just bring in our youth goalkeeper, Galotti. He's not particularly brilliant, but I suppose it's better than having nobody at all. I think, to be fair, we'll just have that grayed out goalkeeper. It's only for one game, and we'll see how things go from there. But I'm happy with the setup of the squad. We've made some good signings. It'll take them a little bit of a while to bed in, but we've done a lot of our signings at the early part of the transfer window. So they have had the majority of the pre-season to get used to one another. So we go into this game hoping for a decent result. And overall, the balance of the team, I think, is a lot better. But it's going to be difficult. And with the fact that we've not got that width, it could leave us a little bit open. But we've not got the fullbacks as wing backs. We're not getting them to attack a lot. So as fullbacks, hopefully they'll just stay in that position a little bit more, and we can be creative and focus that play through the centre of the pitch. So our first starting lineup of the season, Zivkovic is in goal, rare opportunity for him. Grimeland, a debut for Silvestri, Tepsic and Goropek at the back. Vaca, Gayabua and Frisena in the midfield three. Gayabua getting his debut in there today, with Guerrero and Candon and Destro all getting their full first team debuts as our front three. And in terms of attacking talent, 3.5-star current ability for all three of them. We've got some good quality in there. Piccini and Kabongo do take their place on the bench. They're not going to play today anyway. And obviously, we've got a couple of other new signings on the bench as well. So, in time, we'll find our strongest team. It will take a little bit of time for them to bed in. And obviously, with this system, I don't know really what to expect. It's going to be a difficult one. But hopefully, we can find a way of making it work for us. And Catania did have the beating of us last time out. So we go into this game against our rivals, hoping for a positive result and to get off to a good start. We've got some very good attacking talent, as I said before, but we need to back it up. And I think defensively, because we've got that back four, it's going to be a very rigid back four with the two players in front of them, the defensive midfielder just holding that position and the ball-winning midfielder getting out there specifically to try and win those challenges. I think we could be a bit more of a solid side. It's just a case of whether we can push on. Here is Julian John Guerrero into Silvestri, now Tepsic, into Gaibua. Plays it back to Tepsic again, now Vaca Jr., just holding on to possession. And we're playing quite patiently. I've set it up that we're going to do a lot more shorter passing this time. We're not going to use too much as much energy as we did with the Gegenpress system last year. At times, the Gegenpress system really ground out the results for us. But I think in relation to the energy of the side, I think this will work better. It's just going to be a case of the side learning about the positioning and focusing that play through the centre. And Camden with a chance there. It's well blocked. And Gorapek off the underside of the crossbar there. That was a really good strike from the right back. And in the end, the chance comes to nothing. But very well worked move. And we're looking good in our play at the moment. In comes the corner. We managed to get it away. Frisena trying to get there, but Zamarini beats him to it. And now Galazzini it into Castellini. Now Boer. Good interception there from Grimeland. Really well played by him. We've got support going forward. Julian John Guerrero into Vaca Jr. over the top. And Camden could have got there. And Mattia Destro in the end with the strike. It fell for him a little bit fortuitously. And I don't think he was really prepared for the strike. But the strike goes just wide. But we've certainly been the more creative side. And it certainly seems to be working for us at the moment. Zivkovic into Silvestri. Now Vaca Jr. Julian John Guerrero back to Grimeland. Grimeland trying to get down that left-hand side into Vaca Jr. Now Frisena. Focusing that play through the middle with the number of bodies that we've got in there certainly seems to be working. Guerrero's missed it, but Mattia Destro is there. And Mattia Destro scores our first goal of the season. And again, very well worked move through the middle. And I think in a very odd way, this shape seems to be suiting us. We've got a lot of good central midfield players now. And with the addition of Guerrero in on loan as well, we've got that option in the attacking midfield. So we're not looking too bad here. It's certainly been a very positive game for us so far. Grimeland's pass, Destro was not offside. Guerrero missed it as well. So there was no extra touch in there to consider. And we have a 1-goal lead. And we've certainly been the better side here. A lot of reasons to be positive. And Mattia Destro with his first goal of the season, assisted by our young Norwegian left-back Grimeland, who I'm still really happy that he's at the club. We've done really well to get him in, I think, to be honest, and he's certainly developing very, very well. And hopefully we can continue this in the second half. And we certainly seem to be doing well. Let's hope it continues. Catania yet to have a shot on target, but we have got to be very careful here. Boer into Masura. Back to Boer again. Lofts it into that far post. Mikhail couldn't quite get onto it. And Cicerelli plays it back to Welbeck. And now Cicerelli again. Just holding on to it. And again, the rigid formation doing its job here. Just keeping them relatively out of the danger area. But that's a dangerous pass in from Zamarini. And Mikel has managed to score. It fell for him a little bit fortuitously again. I'm not sure if Zamarini played the pass purposely or whether he went for goal and mishit it. But Catania with the leveller here. Against the run of play overall, really. And Gaibua, that's a heavy pass. And Camden couldn't get there. And now it's Zamarini into Masura. And there is Mikel again. And the strike goes wide. And we're going to have to pick it up a little bit here. We're going to just drop a bit of encouragement. Catania have started the second half a lot better. So we just need to pick it up. Camden here with the delivery. And Destro flicking the header toward the far post. And in the end, it went just wide. But that was a really good opportunity. Both sides just with the one shot on target, which has ended up in the goal. And so far, I'm not too disappointed by the performance. We're not looking too bad. It's our first proper game playing this formation. Obviously, we've had a good pre-season as Boer swings it and looking toward that far post. And again, we just about managed to clear. And an acrobatic effort there from Mikel was quite a way off target. So no concerns with that one. We're just starting to struggle a little bit fitness-wise. We are going to have to make a couple of changes here. And it's largely going to be in the defensive midfield. Boenda and Franco are going to come on for Vaca and Gaibua. Camden is struggling a little bit as well. We're going to get Thomas Burdick on for him. And Mattia Destro's had a really good game up front, but we're going to get Valerio Crespi on for his debut as well. And we'll leave it at that for the last 10 minutes. And again, we'll drop a little bit of encouragement. We'll try and get the lads going here. We've not had a good record against Catania so far. even a point, to be honest, in my opinion, is a good result against our rivals considering recent form. So, to be honest, I'll take that. A lot of new debuts, decent showing really. Grimeland, Silvestri and Frisena having good appearances. Destro with the goal, obviously having a good appearance himself. Gaibo Vaca and Camden. Gaibo and Camden, not the best performances at 6.5 ratings, but again, they need to grow into the side. It's the first competitive match we've all played together. And I think the system worked, to be honest. We did concede chances, but it was only the one shot on target from Catania. A lot of their chances clearly were probably from long range, as were ours though. That is also a concern. Just the one shot on target out of 11. But overall, I think we can be happy with that. It was a good performance, and certainly positivity. We can build on that if I'm being truthful. And Taglietti became the youngest player ever for Catania, 16 years old. Um, but I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. And I think we can be pleased with that performance. We can push on from that. And Destro scoring on his debut. So we've got a goal scoring striker after the opening day. And obviously with Crespi, I think we've got the quality and depth as well, which is something we didn't have up front last time. And with the attacking midfielders in behind, we've got three players there, constant, every single game that can go out there and try and get the goals for us. Um, in relation to league table, I'm not too sure where I want us to finish this year, to be honest. The target from the club is still to just avoid relegation. So I think it's going to be a major case for a couple of seasons at least, just to try and build that foundation. If we can get into that top 10 this year, I think I'll be very, very happy. And if we can build for those playoffs again, I think it will be a very big thing for us, if truth be told. Um, Transfer window closes on this particular day. I want to get the signing of Brazil confirmed. It's the last signing we'll make. If we can get that signing confirmed, that is where we will end today's episode. It's been a very positive one, to be honest. I'm pleased. I am pleased with that performance. I know I've said it a couple of times already, but it was a good game for us, and the shorter passing certainly seemed to work. And with all of those players really congesting that central midfield area, I think it worked out quite well for us, if truth be told. And we can certainly take big positives from that performance. And hopefully, going ahead, we can continue in the same manner. Like I say, we do want to get that deal over the line for the goalkeeper, Brazil. Benevento, they're just selling a player for £200,000. We can only wish that we could do something like that. And there is the confirmation. Gabriel Brazil, formerly of Inter Milan squad, comes in as a very good goalkeeping option for us. He, unfortunately, it does put us over our normal wage budget rules, but it was a vital signing. We had to make that signing. I do want to try and sell players to try and balance that out, but we've had no interest in our players so far. So Brazil is in. It just shores us up a little bit in terms of goalkeeper. Very good signing for us in goal there. And the squad is done. It's a 24-man squad. Fumagalli we have got listed for transfer and for loan. He's just not improved enough, which is unfortunate really because he has come through the youth ranks. But he can still be a part of the squad. We've got him registered, and if we really get desperate in that midfield area, he can come in and be an option for us. But Brazil coming in is a really big signing, I think, and that is job done. So in relation to going forward, we've got a cup tie against Brindisi coming up at the start of October. And I think, to be fair, we'll probably get through all of these league games in September, get these 5 games out of the way, and then we can come back for that cup tie, and we'll see where we're at from that point. Cup tie against Brindisi and then Juve Stabia in the league, and hopefully we can get into a rhythm with our new setup. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.